Wednesday, January 24th. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridget, 7:30 on the dot here. And we are definitely warming up this morning. Kind of a muggy morning compared to these other mornings we've had recently. Meteorologist Candace Campos is tracking this pinpoint forecast for us. And, you know, it's going to be a really nice day to get out and get some things done. Candace, you did mention there's a few things to watch out for, but overall, we're warming up nicely. Uh-oh, can't hear you. Uh-oh. No, not yet. Let's see. It's not coming through. Is it coming through over there? No. Brenda says no level. Maybe we can wait. Can she? No. No. Maybe can we restart it and maybe come back? You want us to? We'll try to come back. We'll try to come back. Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome to the world of digital broadcast where, you know, we are still figuring a few things out, but we'll try to get Candace back in just a second. But we do want to take you to some news that we covered from overnight. There has been this development that has been a bit controversial in East Orange County, and it was voted down last night after a long debate. It was some breaking news overnight. That meeting lasted past midnight, and the leaders rejected plans to build a nearly 2,000 home development in East Orange County between UCF and Lake Pickett. And many people living nearby have been fighting this for months now. As Castro explains how neighbors are reacting this morning.
In a 4-3 vote, Orange County leaders denied a controversial proposed development near Lake Pickett. The meeting lasted over 10 hours, with more than 100 people taking the podium to express their concerns.
I want you to know that I intentionally purchased my home in rural East Orange County because the county's promised to me and all of us in East Orange County, east of the Econ River. The promise is to not cross the river and drive increased density.
Plans for the project, called Sustany, included nearly 2,000 homes in an area currently zoned as rural. Neighbors claim the development would impact their quality of life and that there's no road capacity for that many homes. The developer, though, explained the company had made a couple of changes to the project, but that still wasn't enough to convince residents.
We've moved our location of our entrance because of a driveway that was across the street. Met with a homeowner at one of the community meetings that asked that, so we removed one of the entrances and located it further down.
All right. There you go. Another installment in just all the growth here around Central Florida. Definitely, you know, this is a boomtown community, and there's a lot of push and pull there when it comes to how to manage this growth. But we do want to get back to the weather, and meteorologist Candace Campos, we're troubleshooting. We got you back now. Hey.
I just used my phone.
Oh, well, you know what? Actually, the camera looks really good quality. So
I might just use my phone then.
Yeah.
I think I know what happened.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you know.
So I'm going to say it because you know what? This is Breakfast with Bridget. And,
Well,
you know, I think
But we don't
viewers
have traffic, though. We don't have traffic today. We don't have traffic today, so there's no reacts with that, friend.
So it's cold in the studio, and we might have attached maybe one or too many heating devices in the studio, and it might have thrown some things a little haywire this morning. Long story short, we figured it out, but maybe, just maybe the microphone needs to be like reconnected or something.
Okay, you know, and you know, these things happen because, you know, I remember one time there was a blender brought into the Weather Center many years ago, and
Okay.
similar
I
things.
wasn't there for that one.
Similar things ensued, so you know, I think just about as much as can be plugged in is already plugged in. So,
well, then they need to start warming up the studio. But anyway, let's get to talk. Speaking of warm,
is
most
it
people
warmer
won't
in there
either-
than it is outside?
Yeah, I know. It's actually it's nice and toasty outside. Temperatures right now are in the 60s. So let's take it to the map, show you what's going on across Central Florida. Today's actually going to be the warmest day of obviously of the year, but it's been the warmest week since about early December. So it's just kind of that reminder that the plants and the watering and all that stuff need to get done. All right, this is the graphic I wanted to show you. Take a live look outside. It's looking nice. We're in the mid 60s. The breeze out of the east about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Look at those temperatures right now. We're at 64 in Leesburg, 64 in New Smyrna Beach, through Orlando, but even areas in Melbourne right now, we are sitting in those upper 60s, about 69 from Cocoa Beach through the Melbourne area. Now, I do want to show you this because right now, if temperatures don't cool off considerably in the next few minutes, Daytona Beach and Melbourne could be seeing record-breaking overnight lows. Not for them being cold, but for them being warm. That's what we call warm lows, and that certainly could be a possibility this morning. And another chance for record-breaking temperatures tonight and into early tomorrow morning. So as we take you here throughout the next few hours, we're back into the 80s. Our official high is 81 degrees, Bridget. And then we're going to continue to climb even further as we head into the weekend. So you can see we'll have a stretch of at least 4 days with temperatures in the 80s. And it's like a little step up. Every single day we increase a degree or so. Rain chances will stay low. We can't rule out the chance of a spotty shower here or there as we head into your weekend. But then come Sunday, we're watching a cold front. This one's really not going to be producing a lot of rain along with it, but it will bring a noticeable change in the forecast as we head into your Sunday. Temperatures will be in the mid 70s, and then that real cooler air settles in nicely come Monday and Tuesday. We'll be back highs in the 60s, lows in the 40s. But I know a lot of people will not complain about the next few days. It's comfortable. It's nice. Yes, is it a little warmer for this time of the year? But that does happen here in Central Florida. We do hit 80s every once in a while. But certainly could be nearing record highs starting tomorrow in a couple of our reporting locations. So enjoy it. And then for those who still like the cool weather and they still like the weather to feel like January in Florida, they'll have to wait till Monday and Tuesday.
Well, I know the theme parks, all the park goers will really enjoy this stretch for sure.
Well, that's true. Yeah. It's gonna be nice. And it's nice when you don't have to worry about schlepping all the sweaters and making sure the kids are bringing back all the sweaters that you originally packed them in the morning. So it's gonna be a nice break. And then we're also not dealing with crazy rain, which I always am accepting of rain, especially if it comes, off and on throughout the week. Nothing too severe. But we rain wise for the dry season, we've had a pretty successful season so far. We've accumulated a lot of rain, and so the drier, warmer little break that we're getting this week is looking good.
So we're having a warm snap for now.
A little warm snap. I like that. Warm snap.
A little warm snap, and a few some spotty showers. We can deal with the spotty showers. Spotty sprinkle, you said. So
a spotty sprinkle. It's not
like
even
that.
worth it, like a shower.
Right. All right, very nice. Well, thank you so much. We have Kathleen joining us a little bit later. Kathleen Whittingham joining us live from Jacksonville. Normally she's right here. She's my right-hand woman, but she's in Jacksonville this morning. She's calling in.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll continue to watch.
Okay.
And I'll work on fixing the whole microphone thing.
Yeah. Well, we made it. We made it work. I like the cell phone camera. It looks really good. So,
you like it? All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe we start doing that.
Got some product placement here.
Yeah,
there you go.
It looks good. Yeah.
See?
So
thanks, Rich.
There you go. Thank you, Candace. All right. Bye. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with Kathleen. All right, welcome back. It is 7:39 here on Breakfast with Bridget, and if you've been joining us for many mornings, you probably heard me mention her name, and she is my right-hand woman here when we put this together every morning. She's also my morning show producer, Kathleen Winningham. She is live from Jacksonville this morning. Hey, Kathleen.
Hi, good morning, Bridget.
I'm so excited to have you like on camera because we've been talking about this since we started this.
Right, and we've kind of been kicking the can down the road. So I have, I guess. So yeah, it's good to be on camera.
I
Introduce
know.
myself to the
And you're in Jacksonville basically. You're still working, but you said it's part of a producer exchange program that you're doing right now.
Right. We have a great company who likes to do training and investing in employees. And so every station in our group has sent two producers to different stations just to kind of get a different perspective on things. So I am at our sister station, WJXT, Channel 4 in Jacksonville. And I've been here Sunday, and I'll be here through the rest of the week. So it's been great. It's a nice learning experience.
And when we talk about our careers, Kathleen, you are a Florida native, and you've had a long history in news. So give us some background on how you got into it, and just what excites you about producing and being a part of the news business.
So this is not something I thought I would end up doing. Actually, growing up, I wanted to be more in aviation. I wanted to be an astronaut, and then I wanted to be a commercial airline pilot. But when I was a senior in high school, I did a shadowing experience at actually the station that I'm at now, JXT, and I guess I was kind of bitten by the bug. I did study aviation for a year at Embry-Riddle, and then I decided to transfer and study broadcasting. So my sophomore year at UNF here in Jacksonville, I applied for an internship at WJXT and got it. And then that is when they were looking to hire about 20 people after they split with the CBS affiliation, and applied, got the job, and spent 5 years working in Jacksonville, first as a production assistant and then an associate producer, then producer. Got out of the business for a little while, then ended up in Salt Lake City, Utah, where I spent 2 years producing the morning news there. And then I got a call to come back to Florida. So I worked at another station in Orlando for 3 years. And then KMG came calling. And so I ended up where I am now. And I have been there almost 10 years now. So, and most of that has been on the morning show with you, Bridget.
I know, and you're part of a great team of producers here, and we have been a unit for a long time, and it's bittersweet because we're losing, one of our producing team members very soon. But I mean, we have been very tight knit for a long time, and it's, people complain a lot of times when we tell them the hours we work. A lot of times they complain because they couldn't imagine working the hours we work, but we actually have such a tight-knit group of people that it makes it a pleasure to come to work, and I think that's we've been blessed that way.
Oh yeah, and the schedule can be tough. Don't get me wrong. I mean, my alarm goes off usually around 7:45 at night, and then I get up and do some cleaning, walk my dog, eat, and then I get in the shower and I'm in work by around 11 o'clock, and I usually leave about 8:30 a.m. So the hours can be a little tough, but you're right. We have a great group, and it's fun coming to work, and I love what we do. You asked me earlier what excites me about being a producer, and I think it's just being able to do something different every day. Every day is different. There's no 2 days that are the same. You never know what the news cycle is going to bring you. So I think that's exciting. I like being the first to give people information.
Yeah.
A little, nosy or something, but I always
Yeah.
like to know be the first to give people that information. And I think that's so important. So
And I think it's always that passion too that keeps us going, because you talked about getting out of the business, and I think many of us, if you've been in this business for more than a decade, maybe you've had those times away from the business that renew that passion and give you that confirmation that yes, I do want to stay in news, or I want to get back to news. And I think, like, there's that drive that pushes you to stay in the field, because it's not easy. It's not easy by any means to do what we do, but we do have a passion for it. And many people don't understand the public service that goes behind what we do, whether it's on the air, on digital, or on clickorlando.com. Like, we feel a responsibility to the public and to the community.
Right. And that's true. And that's what we're there for, really, honestly, is to serve the community. And some people even call us first responders, because during times of emergencies or during hurricanes, I mean, we're all there, we're all in. I don't think most people realize we sleep at the station. We're there 24/7 until that threat passes. So, but we do it, you're right, Bridget, because we love it. And there have been times where I thought, is there anything else I want to be doing with my life or my career? And it just always comes back to news. And that's why I've been doing it for almost 20 years now, because I don't really want to do anything else.
I know, and I feel like now that we're doing this digital platform, you and I embarked on this together, and I guess, we got word that we would start working on this in October, and then we finally launched it in November. And we were nervous because we were embarking on new territory, but you and I, over the years, we've always, we've been able to converge into different ways to do what we do and different ways to present it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And it's a challenge right now in our industry, because things are changing. People consume news differently than they did before. A lot of it is the streaming platforms and social media. And so we have to kind of evolve and meet those viewers where they're at. And this was one of the goals with this project, is do something a little different. We kind of had a blank slate. Our news director, Allison, was very nice and just letting us kind of feel our way and figure out what we wanted to do. And it's still evolving. But it was just to kind of give viewers a different way to see us and longer formats for interviews, so we could take more time with certain topics. And it's been fun just kind of navigating. And we have bumps in the road sometimes, like with the heaters and Candace.
Right.
I laughed because I know they love their heaters, but got to get the mic working.
And you producing newscasts, you have to wrap us a lot when we're doing the morning show. You'll get in our earpiece and you'll say, weather please, or rap. And if we keep talking, like, you're yelling at us like a rap, because we've got to get to the commercial breaks on time, we've got to get out on time. And digital is a little bit of a different animal, because there's not such a hard out on everything.
Right. And especially because I do the 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. We have to hit CBS this morning, so we can't be going over. They're gonna come on,
or we'll get cut off.
Right. So it is a hard out, and there's certain metrics we need to make, certain meters to keep things on track. So yeah, I try not to be very aggressive with the raps, but sometimes it's like rap.
What are some, like, when you think about memorable moments in the booth, or memorable, periods of time in our coverage, what comes to mind for you over your time so far as, someone in the news business and producing, or even here at WKMG?
I would say probably over the course of my career, some things that stand out is covering the Casey Anthony trial, the George Zimmerman trial. When I was out in Utah, I covered a case where a man was getting the death penalty by firing squad. And that was so intriguing to me to cover that and to hear how that all played out. One of the probably scarier moments in my career happened when I was very young, very, very new producer. And at the time, President George W. Bush was running for the presidency, and he was coming to Jacksonville. And we had this whole big thing set up, anchors, everything. And we were teasing his appearance, and he had this big rally at the stadium. And about 30 seconds before we went on air, all of the equipment died. We had no mics. And so I had to really tap dance and figure out how to get everything back working and then get that. And eventually we had a great engineering team. They got us back. But that was, it's kind of that kind of stuff you have to deal with when you're in the booth and you're a producer.
And when we look at like these different ways that we're coming on, sometimes I come across, oh, I don't watch the news, or oh, I don't even have a TV, and so, what would be your elevator pitch to the person who may say, they don't have time or they're not interested, or what would be your pitch to make them care or at least give it a chance?
Well, I think at KMG we do a great job of doing solutionary based reporting. I mean, our slogan is getting results, and that's really what the whole team is driven to. We want to get results for you, and we want to make news something that you can learn from. I get people say they don't want to watch because it's depressing, or there's too much crime, but I would just say give us a chance. I mean, we have great personalities on our air that really do care about what they're doing. And so I would say, whether it's Facebook, whether it's going to clickorlando.com, there's so much on clickorlando.com that we don't get on the air. That's very interesting and very, you can learn different tips. There's different things. We have our newsletters. So we can meet you where you're at. If you don't have time to sit down and watch a traditional 30-minute newscast, check out one of our newsletters. Check out some of our stories that we clipped for the web. So if you don't have time to watch a full newscast, you can kind of go and just see what interests you. We're on Instagram. We have Clicko on the Go. We have our streaming shows, which we post afterwards to clickorlando.com. So if you don't have time to devote 30 minutes, then just check us out online.
And you and I both have our really supportive mamas, out of town, and they're watching via, News 6 Plus app on their TVs and their tablets, which is really handy too.
Oh yes, my mom watches every day. She's probably watching now, so hi Mom. And she has my dog this week, so good morning, Lucy Bell.
Hey, Lucy Bell. Aw.
Lucy Bell is living her best life this week.
I know.
Her Gma spoils her. So
she's going to be so spoiled when you get her back at the end of the week.
I know, and then the rules come into play again, and I think that depresses her a little bit because Gma lets her get away with things.
Are you going to have time to, hit up some of your favorites, in Jacksonville, since you did work there for, a few years back?
Yeah, so today is a half day for me, really, at the station, because they're giving us the rest of the day to kind of explore Jacksonville and go to different places. And I have the other producer that's here with us, Cassidy, is from Detroit. Mm-hmm. So she's new to the area. She doesn't quite know where to go. So we may team up later and go to a few places around the area, maybe head out to the beach. Still deciding, but they are giving us the day to kind of explore.
Yeah, I really like this concept, and I know we have a producer here from KSAT in San Antonio and another producer here from the Roanoke, Virginia station. So hopefully they are also getting a chance to enjoy Central Florida while they're here and, taking in what we do in our news production at WKMG. So this has been a really positive experience so far, and I've had great backup here with Brenda, one of our web content producers, and Jackie's here producing and helping put together, as well as Donovan, who is, I guess you could call him our godfather because he's the executive producer of Digital Enterprise. And now, he's watched us take off with this. So he's pretty proud. He was here Monday and Tuesday and helped us put everything together. So he's been really impressed by what we've been able to accomplish in the past couple months with this.
Oh Yeah, and if anybody has any feedback for us, we love to hear from our viewers. You can email us at bwb@wkmg.com. We check those emails daily. So let us know. I mean, if there's
Hmm.
something you want to see, if there's a topic you want us to tackle, anything, if you just want to just say hello to us, whatever you want to do, reach out to us. But Bridget checks it, I
Yeah.
check it. So we'll respond.
Yeah, and it's wide open. It can be local, it can be global. We want to talk about, many issues, whether it's awareness or just education. We can cover pretty much anything. And I know yesterday I had a chance to talk to Dr. Clark for, a lengthier amount of time about some of the things that have happened with political headlines and as it relates to Florida and the race for the White House. And so we have a little bit more time to get into things. Even last week with One Blood, and we were able to get into a whole lot more topics just with the time that we had. So this is a great way for us to connect, hopefully, with everyone and reach more people and get more information out there.
Sure. And it's, if you have questions that you want us to ask a certain person or anything, just let us know. We'll try our best. We'll see what we can do. So we're kind of here for you guys. We're here for the
Hmm.
viewers. So let us know what you want to see.
Well, Kathleen, thank you so much for taking time out to call in while you're out there in Jacksonville. I hope you have so much fun today and get some more delicious rest while you're away. And I can't wait for you to get back too, though. So, but
I,
enjoy the rest of the
I
week and
will
the weekend.
I will be back on Monday right there beside you.
All right. Well, thanks, Kathleen. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon.
All right. Bye. So
Bye bye.
we are a little bit over time, so I'm going to let you go for now. We'll be back tomorrow at 7:30 for more Breakfast with Bridget. Make it a great day.